Yes, guys. So today we're in Milan, and yeah, I'm in the hotel right now. This is gonna be a very nice vlog here in Milan. This is the hotel room. It's all messed up. You know, when I first thing what I did, I put everything there, disorder, and I started working on my computer. So right now I'm gonna go to the gym. Here is the look here, man, look here, brah. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the gym right now, and because today we got important things to talk about. Me and you, we're gonna have business, man. We got business to do today. So there are different things I want to talk to you about today, and there are, first of all, is it recording? Yeah. So first of all, the thing is that, what's the thing? What's the point? There are different things I want to talk about today. -2, the gym is -2. The first thing is that, in life, what I realize is that in life, you gotta be crazy. You gotta be crazy because the truth is that you can't lose. It's a game, it's an unfair game. Now you're saying me like, why it's gym? Why it's an unfair game? It's an unfair game because if you believe you can't lose, you can't lose, man. What's that? Like, what is this? Okay. Trying to kill me here, probably. Gym, here. I didn't see the gym, by the way. We're gonna see the gym together. I don't know if it's gonna be good, great. It's a hotel gym, Huh. Okay, very basic stuff, but everything I need. Actually, it's like 2 months I'm not training. I'm only doing some calisthenics, and yeah. So I was saying to you that, you know what happened today? So many things. First of all, I drove for 5 hours to Milan, okay? And second of all, I did many things. I spoke to my guy in my team. This guy is a G. This guy is for real. This guy is a winner. And no, actually, I'm gonna start from yesterday night. Yesterday night, I went to sleep at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. I received the email because I was watching some contents, of a guy I follow online, and this guy was like Grant, by the way, Grant Cardone, and this guy was like, "Oh, we're gonna have the last 10x growth conference in Las Vegas, the last one after 10 years, it's gonna be the last one." And I was like, I've never been to the 10x growth conference. And like Grant is always like he's been kind of like in my darkest period, kind of like my father. I can truly say that, I mean, I was reading books and I was like listening to his books so much, to his content so much, till the moment that I thought I was speaking to him, I thought that I had conversations in my mind with him. So he helped me massively, even if he doesn't know yet. I'm gonna say to him one day. And I received the email, the next growth conference in Las Vegas. I'm in Italy right now, so the opposite part of the world. I'm like, let's freaking do it. And I was like, okay, probably it's gonna be like on August, I don't know. And I opened the dates, and I see that it's on 19th of March, in 2 weeks. And I was like, no. I was like, man, why are you bullshitting yourself? Why are you procrastinating? Why are you being a bitch? right now, to myself, So you know what? 2 weeks, perfect. Booked the B&B, took the ticket, and yeah, so in 2 weeks I'm gonna go in Las Vegas. First time, by the way. And yes, I'm gonna go in Las Vegas and I'm gonna meet Grant. And yeah, so the thing is that those 2 days of full immersion into his contents, like changed me. Like, what's the thing? The thing is that first, let me start training, because if I don't start training, you're gonna say that I'm a fat bitch, So don't complain about the quality of this video. Quality over quantity. And as always, Uncle G says, put the volume, then figure out the quality. So, yeah. Wait, let me do it this way. I am opening the tripod right now. Probably you can see nothing. I know, don't complain, man. Don't be a bitch. Don't complain, bro. Yeah, here we are. No, probably one more. Yeah. That's it. So, I was saying to you, see, I'm kind of out of shape. I'm completely out of shape. After 2 months of only doing some calisthenics and some walkings, I do some weights for the first time. So I was saying to you, I was being a bitch, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Las Vegas. And I didn't even think about it. I mean, I didn't double think. No, probably I just double think it once. Like, should I go? Like, yeah, done. And you realize the good decisions of your life. The thing is that will come like that. The thing is that it's like in sales. In sales, you can't lose a sale because of what you said to the prospect. You can lose the sale for what you didn't say to the prospect, for not calling him, like not following up. One thing that I always say to my guys in the company is that all the leads that are in closing, the agreement is sent and there negotiation and things they're really lost. Right now, those leads are lost. Those negotiations, those contracts are lost. Okay, so it's not people are scared to lose the deal, but by not doing the one more follow-up because you're scared of losing the deal for looking like, for putting pressure, or for not looping that one time more, for the fear of losing the deal, you lost the deal. The deal is already lost. You have to just recover it. So whatever you say, you can recover it. Whatever you say A, okay, you can recover it. You're good in sales, you can recover it. Yeah. So you can't lose a deal for what you say, but you can lose a deal for what you don't say, for all the follow-ups that you don't do, for all the calls that you don't do, for all the, because people are scared to lose. That's why they don't act. But you can't lose. That's the thing I wanted to say to you before. You can't lose if you do the wrong things. There is no such thing in life as making a mistake and then you lose it. You can't. Because eventually, if you put the freaking reps, if you're there, if you truly are committed, but you know what I understood lately is that I've never been committed before. Believe me, man, it's not like there is commitment. No, I'm committed or not. It's not binary, yes or it's how much committed are you? How deep is your commitment? It's like there are levels of commitment. And like, I see so many people like being scared in life. Oh, what if I go in, I don't know, I do this and this happens? Man, you can still recover it. And if you don't, then it's because you're dead. But if you're dead, you can't feel anything, man. If you can't do it, then if you can't do nothing about that, then why you complain? You know, there are two things. If there is something that you can do about it, then why you complain? And if there's nothing you can't do about it, then why you complain? You know. So, but why stay in the middle? Like people stay in the middle. They try, like one step here and the other step there. It doesn't work, man. It doesn't work. So what are we gonna train today? Because I want to speak with you, I'm gonna train shoulders, and because you're gonna see me like bigger, and you're gonna say, "Wow, Dennis, you're on roids, man." You know, we're gonna start light with 5 kgs, no ego, no ego. Only true training, destroying the fibers. So you can't lose in life because you did something wrong. You lose because you did something wrong and you stopped. Because eventually you will figure it out. So many people are half-assing life. They are half-assing life. This is the freaking thing. They're living in their thoughts where they're doing things and like, you know, but they're never truly doing. Instead, the ultimate level of manifestation is action. Because action, why you act? Because you're intentional. If you're not acting, it means that you're thinking. And if you're thinking, you're still questioning if it's possible or not. Because if it was possible, if this is here, I just take it, you know. But if I don't know if this is here, I think, you know, is this gonna be there? You know, so you're not being intentional. And intention is everything in the universe. So the ultimate level of manifestation is action. Because manifestation is like, you visualize something. In life, you visualize something, you see something, you get it with your mind. You get it with your mind. But then, you have to get it with your body. You know? So you need to choose it with your visualizations. And with your being. But if you focus on the now, you know, now you can be whatever you fucking want. And you can do whatever you fucking want. So people are not grateful for the fact that you can take decisions right now. You know? So many people don't even know that they can take decisions. Right now I can be here talking to you, I can be more focused, but by the way, I can raise more, you know? Or I can go and eat something. Or I can go out. So it's all decisions. People don't realize it's all about freaking decisions you can make in life. Life is a big decision. And because of this, because of the fact that you can't lose by doing things, you lose only by not doing things, I see that people are waiting for things. People are like, just waiting, just thinking, and I'm very angry sometimes with my students. I don't get it. Why? Because different things. First of all, they don't understand what I say. It's like people think they understood, but they don't. People think they understood, but they don't. No, really. Really, I speak with people and I realize that people don't understand what I say. You know? They think they understood it, but they didn't. So, for example, I always talk about the difference between strategy and tactic in life. Okay? So, strategy is the logic behind things. It's about the big picture. You know, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, and then this and that, this, that, bam. The tactic is how you do it, you know? The tactic is, am I gonna use I gotta punch you, okay? The strategy is punching, it's not punching you, it's knocking you down, okay? knocking you out. Now the tactic is I'm going to use the elbow, I'm going to use the punch, or I'm going to use the kick, or I'm going to use the, the knees, or the head. My head is strong, man. If I hit you in the nose, you're out of the game. So many people are thinking that I said to them, man, in life you need strategy, okay? And even in sales, I don't tell you how to solve the objection. I tell you also the technique. So also how to tell you, also how to solve the objection, also the copy technique, also the hiring technique, but you do nothing with the techniques. Instead, I see a generation of people that are focused on techniques. They want, for example, if you need to fix a television, a TV, and you know how to use it, and you ask me, Dennis, what do I do? Do I need to use the hammer, or do I need to use something else, another tool? What is that I need to use? And I'm like, man, it depends what you want to do. So many people want the Dennis, but I want that, but bang. Why you freaking hope on me to say you the technique? Why you hope me, don't you realize that nobody has it figured out, or because you think, I know what you think, you're like, when I'm gonna make money, when I'm gonna make millions, or when I'm gonna make billions, I'm gonna figure it out. And then you see people like Grant, or people like, sometimes even me, you see people that are just one level, 2 levels, 3 levels, 100,000 levels over you, and you say, this guy has it figured out. Only because you don't have figured out how to achieve his level, you think that he has figured it out. But now what you don't realize is that he's not figured out the next level for him. So nobody has ever figured it out, and you will never figure it out. It's not that now I figured it out. No, because you're gonna make money. First of all, you have to figure out how to make sales. First of all, what to sell. Second of all, first of all, who you want to sell, and then what you want to sell it. Second of all, how to sell it. And then you figure out the first thing, but now you have to figure out how to sell it. Then you figure out how to sell it. Actually, before you have to figure out how to market it. And wow, so much work. And then you're like, oh, when I'm gonna figure out how to market it, it's gonna be beautiful because I'm gonna make money and stuff like that. And then you know how to market it, but then you have to sell it. And then now you have to figure out how to sell it. And you don't know, And then you figure out how to sell it, and then you have to figure out how to deliver it. Now you have to figure out how to deliver it, and how to hire people to sell it, and how to hire people and manage people and keep people to deliver it and sell it and deliver it and market it. Oh, now you don't need all those things now. But then what happens? Now you have to figure out how to control things or create organizations that works, create systems. So when you make money, then your problem is how do I multiply those money? How do I save and how do I multiply those money? So it's you will never figure it out. So many people believe on the one thing. I need one thing. No, bro. You need thousands of things. You need billions of things you need to do right now. You need trillions of things there are trillions of things you don't know. It's not one thing. There is one thing for the next level, but there's going to be another level, And that's why they believe on the technique. They was like, Dennis, please tell me this technique to close this lead. First of all, it depends. I don't know what is his objection. How can I tell you what are this guy asked me, what powerful questions can I ask to the lead? I don't freaking know, man. I have to I have to see what's wrong with the television before telling you how to fix it and what tool to use. It's so simple. How can't you understand this concept? What do I do? What is my next step? I don't know you. I don't know what you think. I don't know what you believe. I don't know what you want. I don't know who you are. how can I tell you? You know, I can tell you how to think. I can tell you the strategy. I can tell you how to build strategies, the strategy to build strategy, you know. I can tell you, you know, the logic behind things. Hey man, I can teach you how to fish, but I can't give you the fish. I can give you the fish one time. But then, there's gonna be always another level. If you understood this thing, that there's gonna be levels, and you will never feel like, oh, now I did it. Now I did it. You will start realizing that you don't need the thing. You need the logic to understand the thing. Because once you understand the thing, you have the next thing. But once you understand the logic, you know, once you understand the logic behind how to find the thing, then all the next things you will know how to figure out those things. So like, because in life there are so many variables. There is the mindset part, there is the sales part, there is your attitude part, there is the opportunity part, there is your leadership part, there is your physical capabilities. There are so many variables in life, your niche, you know. If you think in terms of like tactics, you will, the probability, like the variables are so big that, and because things change, just like you will never have the perfect combination of all techniques, because once you will figure out all the techniques, with the first one you found that doesn't work anymore. Okay? So you will never make it with this mindset. Instead, you need to have the mindset of the strategy. And like, those guys think that I'm gonna give them the solution because I coach them. I don't give you the solution, I tell you how to find the solution. Like, bro, do you think like somebody else can give you the solution for your life? I know this, like, now 99% of people here are saying right now, no, Denis, it's not like that. No, Denis, you know, I'm putting the reps, man. I'm doing the work. I'm like, nice, man. But like, if you see your results, probably, and if you only observe from somebody else the questions you ask. No, truly, if you could only step out from yourself and see the questions you ask, you would think, what, this guy is so dumb. And there's nothing wrong with being dumb, you know, everybody's dumb at certain points in life or in certain things. I'm dumb in so many things, you know. So but it's better to be dumb on you being dumb, so you don't know that you're dumb, because, you know, in FBI they have one saying, that in every conversation there is one that is dumb, the dumb one, in every negotiation. And if you don't know who the dumb is, then the dumb is you, bro. So by the way, I'm doing 10 kgs. I didn't even focus on the reps. I can do two things together. By the way, I had to meet this guy here in Milan that is my very, very, very brother. Like, he's a brother to me, you know? And my organization levels and time management are so down. And I have, like, in a psychological test that my clients did, I had like -30 on organization, like down, it's -30, not 30, -30. And like, I forgot completely the time. I forgot the time, and this guy was waiting for me for 1 hour and a half. Like out there, you know? 1 hour and a half, I didn't even reply because I was on the phone, and like, time flight. And he got kind of like angry, obviously I would say. So yes, I didn't meet him, because then now he went to the gym and did other things. So, you know, I'm here. And I'm here with you, bro. I'm telling you things you need to understand if you want to level up in your life, if you want to take it seriously, if you want to do something great about your life. You know, if you don't want to keep being the same guy, if you don't want to be, you know, the same guy you don't like. So I was talking about people who think somebody else will give them the solution for their life. Dennis, what would you do? Why should I tell you what to do? Like, bro, don't you understand that your confidence levels in like I'm not your freaking mother. And you're not 6 years old, 3 years old. You're a full-grown man. You have 21 years old. You ask me. You have 23. You're 23 years old. You ask me that I'm 21 years old. What you should do with your life? Doesn't it sound like? No. If you think about it, from outside, doesn't it sound pretty strange? You full-grown man, 23 years old, asking me how you should do certain things. I don't know now the age. It's an example. How you should, whatever age is, even if it's like 18, even if it's, bro, you're a full-grown man. And yeah, and another thing, very, very important, is that I spoke to the one guy in my team, I was saying to you before, and I said, I'm gonna say it later. So now I'm closing the loop that I unconsciously opened. So I spoke to this guy, and I say and this guy now is the manager, he's a manager. He's not right now, but he's becoming the manager of the sales. Right now it's me. I came back in the sales, in the business. So I'm managing things, I'm seeing things, numbers, and coaching and training, and yeah. And we was doing the recruiting today. We did the funnel those days, last 2 or 3 days. We did the funnel for recruiting, the VSL, the ads for recruiting for salespeople. And by the way, in a few months, I am gonna need also like people who speak English, so closers. But people who can close at $20,000 on the phone. No, not Zoom calls, telephone, 20K, 1 hour, bam, 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 close. And yeah, so I talked to this guy, and like we were saying about, I was like, man, you need to improve your closing. You need to improve your closing because leads are taking so much time to close. Like weeks. Like this guy is very good. It's like the only part he's missing right now is the closing. He's good, but not like at the levels I'm talking about. And so leads were procrastinating, and I was like, you know what? You know something, man? I was like, what? You attract what you are. You like, people will act with you based on how you act with yourself. People will treat you how you treat yourself. People with you don't close. You don't close people like in that fast because they don't make the decision fast, okay? But the reason why you don't make them make the decision fast, and it's your role, that's why you're here, is because probably you don't make decisions fast for yourself. So probably you're procrastinating somewhere in your life. Probably you're slacking in a certain area of your life. Probably you know that you need to take certain decisions right now. And when something that you need to practice, that I'm practicing, I'm learning from Grant, by the way, is that when you take decision, you shouldn't think about it. Like, take it. Just take it. Just take it. Just take it. And it's crazy to see how Grant can close people. But even me, I'm very good in selling, by the way. It's incredible to see how Grant can close people, like in one call, like at super, like, high tickets and whoever the person is. Why? Because some will say because of his authority and stuff. Yeah, there's also that part involved, of course. But because you expect from other people what you expect from yourself. So because he makes those kind of fast decisions, and he built he learned the skill to make decisions for himself, then he can help other people make decisions. But if you don't know how to make decisions for yourself, if you're slacking, if you're like everything will be the same in your life. You will find people that are slacking, people will slack with you, people will procrastinate with you, and like all those things will happen in your life. So you need to take decisions fast. And like 1 hour later, he was like, Denis, I need to say you something. I'm like, what? So I was like, this guy, by the way, is very, very smart. I'm saying like probably top 1% of people in terms of like way of thinking, you know, like smart, like IQ, and also in terms of like, I didn't measure his IQ, but you can assume. And also the level of knowledge he has. And he said me, Denis, and so he's going to the university, but he's very, very, very good, very, very good. And like he's like, you know, and he said me, Denis, I understood everything. I was like, what? I was procrastinating the decision to quit university. He started like not that straight, but he said like, Denis, do you think that I will need university? And I was like, I don't like saying people what to do. Again, it's the same thing here with another guy, you know? So I don't like saying you what you should do with your life. I like to give you the background information, and I coach you on how to think and how I think and how successful people think. And then you know the answer by yourself. Like if you're asking me the question, it's because you also know the answer. You know, you're like, Denis, it doesn't mean anything. No, it means because you're feeling it, like inside of you, like, you know, you're feeling it. And I'm like, what is the, I said, I explained him different things. The most important thing I explained him is that we tend to see big people. Like, I was like, who's your idol? Who's somebody you admire for real? Like, big guy. And he was like, Trump. Okay, take Trump. Take Trump as an example. Okay, let's take Trump. Trump has been $900 million in debt. No, in debt, man, in a certain period of his life. He was almost $1 billion in debt, and he still made it. He still found a way. And so we believe like, oh, if I was Trump, I would have done the same. I will have the same results as Trump in life. Like people believe this thing, you know. I will do like the same thing as him. I truly deserve that thing. Blah, 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 blah. But the reality is that, like, you're living in the same world as Trump. You're living in the same society as him. You have the same information he has. You have the same market as him. The market is the same. The deals are there. People are there. In the same time space, you know, like not space, but same time, in the same time as yours. But why he's there, and like why he's this guy and you're not? Because we tend to think that we are great when the difficulties are the other people, like are not your difficulties, but are his difficulties, are his difficulties, and you say like, oh, I'm gonna be great, I'm gonna do the same things, but no, you're not, you don't. You will not, because you would have, like, Trump, like, you're not doing all the things that Trump did. Like, if Trump had the fear, like, don't you realize the level of, like, sides, the fear of leaving university versus the fear of, what if I don't find $1 billion? I mean, bro, it's a whole different thing. I've never been there, but I can guess it's a whole different thing. But he's playing that game. And like, yeah, but he's Trump. No. He's Trump because when he was like you, he made different decisions than you. So we think that we are great when we see ourselves with the difficulties of other people. But when the difficulties are yours, even if they are small, you feel like, oh shit, this is hard. Bro, it's not hard. You're weak. You're just weak. Like, accept it and move on, you know? Accept it and be strong. You know? So if you're not accepting the fact that you're weak, it's because you're weak. like the fact that this guy told me, Dennis, what about the university, is because he already took the decision. Because if he didn't take the decision, he was scared, he would have never brought this discussion to me. So he made the decision. So the moment you face your weaknesses and you accept it, is the moment you automatically become strong. Because the weak guy would never admit he's weak because he's weak. The strong guy say, oh shit, my biceps are small. Yeah, I'm strong. Let me train my biceps. And we think that those people are so far from us, when in reality it's not like that. It's not like that. Bro, like, it's all like, is the freaking same. Like, yeah, we talked about the difference between sides of how big is the gap, between like your decisions and his decisions, but the feeling, the fear, is the same because it's proportional on how big you are. So you're just making you're expecting to get there and then do those decisions, but you do those decisions now. And believe me, those guys have nothing figured out. Has nothing figured out. Actually, the more you go and the less figured out you have, because there's also the fear of losing. Now you're probably now watching this video, you got nothing to lose. Few $1,000 in the bank accounts. I don't know. Like 10K. I don't know how much money, but like you got nothing to lose if you think about it. And imagine if you had billions. How much would every bad decision cost you? Imagine when your name is so big, like everybody knows you, like Trump. Like. So what I said to this guy, I was like, man, you like stories of Trump, right? You like stories of Steve Jobs. You like stories of Grant Cardone. You like stories of big guys. But you are exactly where they were when they made the decisions that now you're not willing to make. This is the hard truth, by the way. This is the freaking hard truth. So if you see your life right now, and you understand the fact that those guys has been there, but the fact that they are not there anymore is because they took the certain decisions. But the fact that you're still there is because you still didn't take certain decisions, So, but this is the same thing. People want to die. Well, people want to go to the paradise, to the heaven. Paradise is heaven. Paradise is in Italian, paradiso. I just translated that. Okay. People want to go to the heaven, but nobody want to die, man. This is something that a guy who admires in sales said to me. It's like, Dennis, what's the thing with today's guys I coach on sales? What? Is that they want to go in heaven, but they don't want to die. I was like, oh, nice. This is a good one. But for real, you have to put yourself to the pressure. You have to put yourself into the pressure, man. Pressure is everything. The coal, when it goes into pressure, becomes a diamond. So you need pressure. You need pressure. People think pressure is a bad thing, only because they escape the pressure and they can't handle it. So everybody is defining pressure as something bad because they can't stand it, because they can't be there, because they are scared of that. So they're like, oh no, pressure is bad. No, pressure is bad for you because you're weak. Simple. But you need to put through that. It's all about taking a firm decision to stop being the freaking guy. If you want to live another life, if you want to move into another dimension, if you want to... Bro, so many people quit on their goals. So many people quit on their dreams. So many people quit on their life only because they just see the other person, like, bro, Steve Jobs felt exactly like you. He was at the same point in your life. You think, oh, he's Steve Jobs, but he's a freaking human. Don't you realize it? He has your fears, probably more than you. He has your insecurities. He has your doubts. He has your, but we tend to see things from externally. We see only of course, we feel only our emotions. So we believe we are the only one who didn't figure it out yet. But nobody has figured it out in life. I still make decisions. I'm like, guys, this is the goal for this month, goal for next 90 days, And I'm like, yes, whatever it takes, so obviously. And inside of my mind, like, it's not that I can see things, yes, but it's not that I predict everything. Actually, 99%, like, it's almost your 99%. Every single time you make a strategy, it's very rare that everything works exactly as you thought. Yes, you will achieve the goal, but you will see back. And I will explain you also why this happens. You will see back and you will see that. You will say, oh shit, I thought that I had to do A, B, C, D, E steps. Instead I did F, G, K, S, L, T, V steps. Oh shit, why? Because when you don't have this thing, why first of all, when you start, you don't have what you want? Because you're not the person. Oh yeah, now I remembered why I said you the story of this guy. Now I'm gonna tell you. You're not this person, so you want something bigger. So if you knew exactly everything, you wouldn't be here, you would be here. So the fact that you're here is because you don't know it. So obviously you will make mistakes. Like, it's impossible you don't make mistakes, like, you're not there yet. You didn't do it, you never did it. You're thinking with the mind who've never done it. Because if you had the mind who did it, so you are right, you would be here already, but you're not, so it means that, So you need a goal, but nobody has ever figured out anything. The only people who has figured it out are people who decided to quit, are people who decided to stop where they are, and they're doing the same thing over and over and over and over. They're playing a game they can win. They know they can win. But you know what? It's a boring game. Imagine playing the same game every day, even if you make like 1 billion, every single year doing the same thing, It's like, bro, what are you doing this thing for? Why? Why are you doing this thing? Why are you doing? It's the same thing. You're not pushing yourself to relive. You have to go and play a game that you can lose. You need to find a game that you can lose because, at least for me, I can't like something I can't lose on, because it's like pouring. Making $10,000 a month, $30,000 a month, $50,000, it's like nonsense to me. I don't even play the game. It wouldn't even motivate me to wake up in the morning. I need the thrill. I need the freaking fear of not making it. That's what drives me, and that's what should drive you, bro. Okay? Instead, people think that this is something bad. Oh, I didn't figure it out. But obviously you didn't figure it out. You're raising the bar. You're raising your standard. You don't have it figured out. If you have it figured out, it means that your standards are too low. It means that your bar is too low. You're here and your goals are here, or here sometimes. That's why you have everything figured out. But when you're here and you want to be here, you will have nothing figured out. And there's something I truly love I admire this guy, Grant Cardone, and he said, I booked when he did the 10X Growth Conference, he invested $10 million into this event. And only after booking it, he figured out that now he didn't know how to fill the freaking stadium. And every single day for 365 days, he was regretting the day he decided to do this event, because he was like, how do I bring people here inside? And can you imagine failing on something so big where millions of people will know about that, Imagine it's only half full. No, bro, you have to figure it out. And like when they asked him just before, like 30 days, something like that, 30 days before he had the event, they asked him, Grant, you're still at 30%, something like that, 30, 50, I don't remember, like, yeah, 30, 1/3 of the, kind of like 30% of the, and it, like, the time was like, you know, and it was like, I don't know, I'm gonna figure out something. So nobody has, and then you figure out how to feel it, and then you have to figure out what to say there. You think that those guys knows everything? You think those guys, like, nobody knows shit, man. They're just playing. They're risking, they're being there, they're like going and like, you know, instead you're there making excuses because somebody else has figured it out, which is not true, and that's why you can't win, because you don't have it figured out. But nobody has it figured out. The only people who have it figured out, I told you, they're losers. So this guy, basically, the guy in my company, the future manager, and I want to make this guy a CEO one day. This guy has everything, but he has to earn it. He still has to earn it and put the freaking reps. And by the way, he's working Sundays and Saturdays and the days of the birthday of her mother at the restaurant with her mother. Like, this guy is obsessed, okay? Truly 1%, 0.1% of people. He's willing to do whatever it fucking takes. Those are the people you want. This is who you should be, and like then you will attract those people. Because this guy didn't make the decision to go all in the business, to go all in with the goals, clients were procrastinating on him. Why? Because how can you help somebody make a decision when you don't know how to make a decision? When you don't make it for yourself? Because if you say to somebody, oh bro, it's so easy to make the decision, then you would feel weak, you know? So it was not closing people was a protection to avoid his weakness and his feelings inside of him. I don't know if you're understanding me right now. And this is a big thing. Like, I know that I will tell you those things and you will still not understand what I want to say to you. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know what to say to people. Because I speak and they can't visualize what I see. It's like, I hope you understood, by the way. But like, sometimes it's like a dream. You want to tell the dream, oh man, I did this dream. Like, but then you're like, wait, you will never see what, like, the dream, you know? And yeah, so sometimes I feel like that. And like, I think, but then I'm like, there are certain moments where I'm like, no, those guys now understood. But then they ask me questions, I'm like, shit, they didn't. But even with me, I'm the same, you know? I make mistakes too, like a lot of them. Every day, every minute, every second I make mistakes. Probably made, how many mistakes did I make? Yeah, that's a mistake. How many mistakes did I make? You know? So basically, yeah, that's the day. And I'm in Milan, like, I didn't even know that my client, by the way, my client, he wants to do business with me. He wants to open companies with me. And I want to do the same with him. He booked the B&B for me for like 10 days, you know, without saying me anything. So I didn't know I came here into this hotel. And then I called him and I was like, did you do the check-in? I'm like, yeah, in the hotel. Which hotel? In the hotel, man. Like, he was like, no, Dennis, I booked for you the B&B. Can you realize what level of people? But this happens only when you go out, when you experience, when you grow, when you like. He was a client to me, you know. Imagine building those things, but you build those things when you go out, when you try, when you jump, when you show up. Rule number 1, always show up, from Grant. Rule number 1, always show up. And that guy, that client, years back, I was 19 years old, 18, 19, I don't know, 17, I don't know how many years old I was. No, 19, I was 19 years old. I came here in Milan for first time by myself, you know, took a hotel feeling like the king with my money for the first time with my business. I met my clients, you know, and I met this guy and I offered him lunch, you know, with, you know, everything was so big for me. I was exposing myself so much, you know. I remember like going and taking a bottle of wine for a real estate investor. This guy he had like $140 million in budget, annual budget for investments. Big people, you know, and they all liked me because they saw in me the freaking, I'm gonna get it. Like this has always been in my blood. Fire. Your blood should have fire, man. Fire. You should conquer, you know? And remember that nobody has ever figured out shit. Everybody's trying like you. Somebody's trying bigger, somebody's trying smaller. And if you think about it, everybody's trying. So why don't you try big? Why don't you try big? You're thinking small, man. What can you do bigger? Because, you know, how hard it's gonna be is the same. Being broke is hard. Being rich is hard. So choose your heart, man. Choose your heart. Being fat is hard. Training right now is hard, man. So I choose my heart. So yeah, but right now, you know what? Right now I want to train in silence and in focus without you. I love you, man. For real. For real. I love you. But right now I got to grind a little bit, you know? So let me go. It has been a pleasure to talk to you, to tell you those things. I want you to understand those things. I want you to compress time and act right now, be right now, do right now, get things done right now, you know, and unlock this, it's all here, man. You know, like, I'm a mindset coach for a long time. Only 3 days ago I realized what a limiting belief is. Like, logically everybody knows about it, but like, I saw in such a deep way. Like, everything is levels, I told you. You think you know what is a limiting belief. Believe me, you don't. If you knew it, you would start laughing and say, oh shit, you know? So, okay, we're gonna be another time. Man, God bless you. Keep it up and always show up.